Hi, I'm Becca, the Content Director for Money 2020 Asia, and I'm joined here backstage with Jenny Lee. Hey Jenny, please introduce yourself to our camera.
Hi everyone, I'm Jenny Lee, Managing Partner at GGV Capital.
Great. The first question I want to ask you is probably about your most famous investment in Alibaba. And I'd love to understand what led you to that investment. What was that key metric or key driver that made you part with that much cash?
Yeah, so Alibaba was a deal that was led by one of my other partner, but invested at GGV. So this was back in 2003, very early on in China, Series B round. One of the most expensive valuation at China at that time, 180 million. Because today Alibaba is 4 to 500 billion in market cap. I think what was really the key attraction for my partnership, it's Jack. Right, so Jack has a extremely charismatic vision, personality, his ability to articulate his vision in the China market. Back then, 1.2 billion population, but less than 10 million internet users. To say this is how big the business can be if we can get enough people onto the internet and buying online. So I think his vision, his ability to also get a founding team early on to buy into that vision was really the key deciding point for us.
Amazing. So you talked there about founders. I think you talked about that on stage as well, about the characteristics that make a founder. Yeah. And I'd love to know how your approach to life, your life thesis has impacted your investment thesis.
Yeah, so I would say that for people who know me, they would know I'm always curious. I'm always looking at what could be the next key trend, the next areas that would see new products and services. And so the ability to sit down, suspend disbelief, talk to many founders and see what the new trends are, I think that's really key. The same goes for my life. So when I'm not making venture investments, I'm out traveling the world. So I've been to Kamchatka, wow, camping with the bears out in the wild for 2 weeks. I've done hiking to Latin America, Patagonia, areas where it's not about people. It's about life, it's about nature, it's about how big the world is. And so when we come back and we look at businesses, the perspective it gives me is that there's never an entity too big to fail. That means that there will always be opportunities for startup to come in, very focused on specific areas and be able to make a difference and to change and disrupt. So in a way, life and work, it's almost the same for me. I find joy in meeting the entrepreneurs, to see that fire in their eye, to hear their vision. That's like the best part of life as well. Hanging out with people with that kind of passion and vision. And
you were joined on stage by one of your classmates, yes, Sanjeev, who's one of the founders of Money 2020. Mm-hmm. If you picture both of you back at business school together and you think about your future and maybe the advice for the entrepreneurial audience that we've got at Money 2020, what advice would you give yourself looking back?
Yeah, so Sanjeev is a very special friend. He's one of the few classmates I've had that goes back to Cornell undergrad, engineering, and then meeting him again in Chicago, you realize both Ithaca and Evanston are cold, snowy places. So when it's cold out there and you're studying, you always think about startup ideas and trying to make a difference elsewhere. So I think Sanjeev is really different and special in the sense that I've known him for so many years. And what's interesting is that when we were at Kellogg, we would meet outside of office hours and classes to think about startups. Literally, we just said, let's schedule time. Like every week, Friday, when people are doing a happy hour, we're actually hanging out with a bunch of like-minded folks, trying to figure out what could be the next idea. But I think the advice I would give is that sometimes you need to do a startup with people who are very different from you, who are complementary. At that time, I think we were not able to get the startup off the ground because we were so much alike, right? We had the same engineering background, the folks that we hang out with, engineering background, and then back at Kellogg, the same kind of marketing, entrepreneurial background. And so when you have people in the room who, yes, we have good ideas, good chemistry, but we couldn't see what was different that needed the additional new product or the additional services to make a difference. So keep your best friends and good friends, always best and good friends, but they may not be the best startup partner. So be open when it comes to finding the right startup partner. Sometimes the best startup partner will not look the same as your own background, and be open to that. Be open to having all these different people that will come together to build a stronger platform as a startup.
Great advice. So it sounds like Sanjeev won't be your next co-founder. You're too similar.
So, well, now we have a different role. So, Sanjeev embarking on his new startup, not his first, I think his third or his fourth. Very interesting ideas. I think it's what the market needs at this time. The idea that Sanjeev has, and I think you can talk to him about the idea, has global implication, global need. If he does this right, I think he's onto something very interesting.
Amazing stuff. Thanks so much, Jenny.
Yes.